This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. Over the years, the landscape of owning a Rolex has grown more intricate. In today's video brought to you by the luxury world, we will investigate Rolex's efforts to maintain control, focusing on two primary areas: the booming gray market that drives prices to seemingly irrational levels, and the brand's perplexing limitations on certain bracelet choices. We will also explore the reasons behind these strategies, their effects on consumers, and the broader implications for luxury, exclusivity, and control within the watch industry. If you still need to subscribe to our channel, we encourage you to do so now to stay updated on our future videos. Rolex does not exert total control over the watch market, but it wields considerable influence through strategic maneuvers. By meticulously limiting the production of their popular models, they create a scenario of scarcity that fuels demand and inflates prices. This exclusivity is further amplified by their selective distribution network of authorized dealers who receive limited allocations and prioritize established customers. The limited availability of authorized dealers pushes consumers towards the gray market, where sky-high prices reflect the intense demand for these coveted timepieces. While Rolex does not directly control gray market prices, their production limitations indirectly contribute to the inflated costs. As we all know, the gray market consists of independent dealers who resell luxury goods, flourishing due to Rolex's tightly regulated supply chain. Authorized dealers, or ADs in Rolex's official retailers, receive limited stocks of highly desirable models. This scarcity propels the gray market, where these watches are resold at exorbitant markups, sometimes double or triple the retail price. Although Rolex does not directly manage the gray market, its production strategies significantly contribute to its presence. The limited supply, combined with increasing global demand for luxury timepieces, creates ideal conditions for skyrocketing prices. Consumer frustration extends beyond the gray market due to Rolex's seemingly arbitrary restrictions on bracelet options. For example, a sought-after sports model might only be available with a specific metal bracelet, with no leather strap option. This forces buyers to either settle for an unwanted configuration or turn to the gray market, further driving up prices for the desired setup. Rolex provides no explanation for these restrictions, leaving customers and enthusiasts baffled. One likely reason for Rolex's control tactics is its brand image. By restricting supply and availability, Rolex fosters an aura of exclusivity. Owning a Rolex becomes a status symbol, representing membership in an elite group. However, this strategy may backfire as frustrated consumers resort to the gray market, potentially damaging the brand's reputation for quality and customer satisfaction. Let us take the Submariner, for example. It comes with either a green bezel or a black bezel. The green bezel costs £450 more than the black one. When you ask an authorized dealer why, they do not know. There is no difference between the watches except for the color of the bezel. Both are made of ceramic, so the manufacturing process is the same. It is impossible to tell that making a green color is so difficult that it justifies the extra £450. Maybe they struggle to get the green colors consistent, which is why they change the bezel color every few years, making a new batch of 5,000 to 10,000 each time. But the process cannot be more expensive. Here is where the theory goes into. It is simple. Rolex is just doing whatever they want. They know they can get £450 more for the green bezel, so they charge it because people will pay for it. Another possible motive is Rolex's aim to maintain healthy profit margins for itself and its AD network. By controlling supply and distribution, Rolex ensures that authorized dealers remain profitable, supporting a robust brand ecosystem. However, this approach raises ethical concerns about consumer choice and whether artificial scarcity justifies exorbitant prices. The price was the same as the Pepsi because it is essentially the same watch. There is no difference between these two watches. They have the same movement and everything. They have just turned it upside down. Yet the MSRP of this watch is now £450 more. We had tried reaching out to Rolex, but they had no clue either. No one has ever asked the question, so we will try to answer it in our own style. The reason both of these watches cost more than the standard version is that Rolex does whatever they want, and they can get away with it. They can charge £450 more for the same watch, and people will pay for it. Now, you might wonder why they do not increase the price of the Pepsi watch since it is so desirable. Well, maybe they will. Maybe they will not. Who knows? Because they are Rolex. Many strongly believe Rolex is aware of the market dynamics and does whatever it wants. If you buy a Datejust on an Oyster bracelet and want a Jubilee bracelet, you can get it. That is reasonable. But when it comes to the GMT, many were told that they cannot do that. After confirming with Rolex again, we have a theory. Rolex controls the market and will not let you upgrade a watch, they will only let you downgrade it. For example, if you have a Batman, you can get an Oyster Steel bracelet, but you cannot buy a Jubilee bracelet for it. You could only do it if you had a Batgirl and damaged your bracelet, then they might allow an exchange. So there you have it, guys. You cannot get a Jubilee bracelet for the GMTs. This is what people have been told, but everyone seems to be getting different information. The information we have received is that you can get an Oyster bracelet for a Sky Dweller, but you can only exchange it for a Jubilee. Again, Sky Dwellers with Jubilees sell for more on the gray market, just like GMTs. So why would Rolex do this? Because they are controlling the market. They are not allowing customers to make any additional money on their watch purchases. They do not approve of it, and this is how they exert control. The narrative of Rolex's control extends beyond the gray market issue, reflecting a broader trend in the luxury goods market where brands exercise control over distribution, pricing, and the end user's experience. This prompts questions about the true value of luxury. Is it the quality of the product, brand prestige, or a mix of both manipulated by scarcity tactics? This aura of prestige is reinforced by Rolex's unwavering commitment to quality and craftsmanship. Each watch undergoes rigorous testing and meticulous diligence, ensuring reliability, accuracy, and longevity. By adhering to these standards, Rolex has earned a reputation for producing some of the finest watches in the world, further enhancing its desirability among discerning consumers. Additionally, Rolex invests in innovation and research to stay at the forefront of watchmaking. While honoring tradition, the company continuously develops new materials and technologies to enhance movement accuracy, durability, and performance. This commitment to innovation ensures that Rolex watches remain desirable and competitive in the luxury market. Finally, Rolex's sophisticated marketing strategies play a crucial role in maintaining its market dominance. From high-profile sponsorships to strategic advertising campaigns, Rolex reinforces its brand image and communicates its values to consumers worldwide. By leveraging its heritage and reputation, Rolex continues to capture the imagination of luxury watch enthusiasts, solidifying its position as a leader in the industry. Critical to Rolex's strategy is the careful control of production and distribution channels. Unlike mass-produced brands, Rolex restricts the number of watches manufactured each year, creating scarcity and driving up demand. This limited supply, coupled with high demand, allows Rolex to command premium prices and maintain its status as a luxury brand. In conclusion, Rolex's efforts to control the gray market and bracelet options underscore a complex interplay between brand control, consumer desire, and the evolving luxury goods market. While these strategies may secure short-term profitability and brand exclusivity, they risk alienating loyal customers and jeopardizing the brand's long-term reputation. The future of Rolex ownership depends on balancing controlled scarcity with a customer-focused approach that prioritizes transparency and choice. Only then can Rolex maintain its prestigious status in a market increasingly defined by both desire and frustration. What are your thoughts on the topic we discussed in this video? We would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Thank you for watching The Luxury World, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.